Well, it's showtime. Welcome, everyone. Hope everyone is doing good tonight. First of all, I want to welcome Marty Baker. Welcome to the live stream, Marty. And Invisible River Ranch. And just for being the first and second on the live stream, you get the golden chicken. All right, so we rung in Invisible River Ranch and we rung in Marty Baker. So let's ring in CG Anime Fan. Hi, hope everybody is doing well. And also, it's possible there's a $30,000 coin for not so much. And welcome. Annex Iptaru, also known as Justin, my son. How are you doing today? Good to see you on here. He is risen, that's right. And also, Gumball Gold, welcome in, welcome. I hope everybody is doing good on this Easter Sunday. Did everybody go to church today? And be thankful that we have a risen Savior? Well, today was a good Easter Sunday, was it not? It was a nice day here today. Our weather was pretty good. How was your weather? And what did you guys do for Easter? I've got a couple things I'm going to show you guys today. Since I rang the big bell, I'll ring the little one too. All right, Marty says she went to church today. Good deal. So what did you guys do for Easter? Did you hunt Easter eggs? Did you get any Easter egg goodies and surprises? Did you get a Easter basket? I'm sure Marty got an Easter basket. Well, guys, got a couple things I want to share with you tonight. But first, I want to hear all your Easter stories. Let's see. Marty says she and her mom are dyeing eggs. Okay. And CJ said Easter could be considered one of the top 2 most important holidays, right up there with Christmas. Yes, I think so. Oh, I think there's some squirrels fighting in my attic. Do you guys hear that? Invisible River Ranch says in 20 minutes. I guess he's attending an auction, so he'll be back. CG said I drew a couple of rabbit pictures for his family. That is really nice. The squirrels quit fighting, but Mr. Tigman is up there. That's Tigger, my little kitty cat. And he is up there just dying to try to get to them. I guess they quit fighting. I got to get up there and close those holes up in my attic. There are some places in the soffit where the squirrels have chewed through and they are getting inside the attic, and I've got to fix it. so they can't do it anymore. That's Tig getting belligerent. No, actually, he was just sitting there in the ledge waiting to try to get to those squirrels or whatever it was that was going on up there. CG anime fan, is everything okay? Yeah, I think so. Under control. And welcome, Renee. Happy Easter, Renee from Rat's Stash. I'll give you all the bells tonight since you haven't been on here in a while. I'm glad to see you. And I will give you the golden chicken. Welcome, Renee and Todd. I hope Todd is there as well. Good to see you on here tonight. I talked to Renee this morning and I called Todd, but he was at work today. So, Badlands Bandit. Everybody, welcome Badlands Bandit to the live stream. Good to see you on here. Marty says, how was you? What you do? How was you? What do you do for Easter? What did I do for Easter? I had breakfast at the church building this morning, and then I went to worship service. And Justin says you should put him up in the attic so he can have Easter egg feast, Easter feast. Yeah, I imagine if I ever got him up in that attic with those squirrels, he probably would never come back. Marty says hey to Justin, and Rat Stash says full service. Yes, you got full service tonight. You got all the bells and the chicken. And Justin says that chicken is disturbing to the highest degree. Yes, it is. And CG says, I hope that everyone's been having a fantastic upbeat weekend. Well, I am so glad to see all you on here tonight. And it has been a very eventful week. And I'm going to share some of the things that I've been doing this week with you guys. What have you guys been doing this week? What are you doing tomorrow? I will be telling about that in just a second, if you'll hold on. And Renee says she went to Jake's flea market today, and I talked to her this morning, and I was very upset with her because she was going to Jake's flea market and not bringing me with her. But she did take Jenny with her, so that's okay. But I hope you guys picked up some good stuff today. What did you guys get at Jake's today? Mind sharing? Well, I got a couple little things I'm going to share with you guys. First of all, I got some good news I want to share with you. If you watched my last video last week, you know that I just opened a flea market booth in Wetumpka. Just barely got it open and then found out a week later that they're going to be closing the building at the end of this month. So that kind of sucks. But there is some gold around the edge of the silver lining. What happened is they lost their lease to the building. The landlord, the owner of the building, went up on the lease, and they were not able to keep up with the new lease amount. So what they did is they told the owner that we'll just rent it month by month until you guys find a renter that can pay what you're wanting to get for the rent. So that's what they did, and apparently the building owner found a renter that was able to pay what they wanted for the rent, and so they gave the flea market people 1 month to move out. So we have to have all of our stuff moved out by the end of this month. But if you watched my video, you know that I already have another flea market booth lined up in another strip mall, but it's actually going to be a little bit closer. So it'll be a little bit better because it'll be here in Montgomery. and I'm not going to have to drive all the way to Wetumpka to go to it. So that's not the end of the story. If you watched my video, you saw what one of my booths is going to look like. Uh-oh, I just let the cat out of the bag, didn't I? I actually got another booth in the same strip mall, but it's actually in the flea market that I mentioned in the video. It is the flea market is a big flea market. It's 3 stories. It's a really big flea market, and I'm going to be on the ground floor. It's called Eastbrook Flea Market and Antique Mall, and it's in the old Eastbrook Shopping Center. And what this is, it's an old building that existed. It's been around since the 1950s, so it's been around for a long time. And so I got another booth in that flea market. So but they're both in the same strip of it's like a strip mall. There's a bunch of businesses in the same little shopping mall area. So I'm going to be making a video about that this week. So be sure and tune in to me on my new video that will be coming out this week, where I will be going through the new booth. It's actually a little bit smaller than the one that I showed you. But the reason I got 2 booths, I'm going to go into this a little bit further. So the reason I got 2 booths instead of 1, the first booth I got is inside of a boutique, and they're going to keep the boutique, but they're opening up these booths in the back of the boutique for people that want to come in and sell stuff in a flea market style setting. So I'll be going in there and setting it up. But here's the reason I got this place. About 2 years ago, Carol helped this lady who was closing a boutique here in Montgomery, and she just gave us all these clothes, these boutique clothes. There's jeans, there's dresses, there's all kinds of boutique style clothing, and I also have some clothing racks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all that clothing out there to that boutique, and I'm going to sell it, because it's just been sitting in my storage for the past almost 2 years. And so that's going to be a real blessing for me to be able to sell all that stuff inside of the boutique. So I am looking forward to that. But the other booth that is in Eastbrook Flea Market it's like a regular flea market. It's actually a bigger flea market than the one I came from out there in Wetumpka, and it's pretty well known in the Montgomery area. There's a lot of foot traffic in that area. So I'm going to have to set up all that stuff. But when I was on Saturday, we went out to the Wetumpka Flea Market to see how my sales have been going. And since they announced that they're going to be closing, sales have been crazy, even more so than they would be if they were having a big sale. So I have been selling a lot of stuff, and I've already made over $500 in my booth in just a week and a half's time. So that is going to help me get set up in my new booths, and it's going to help me, put more inventory in my new booths. But one of the things that I did this weekend is when I went in there, I saw that this one booth that was closing had a display case, a glass display case, and it was marked for $150 for sale. And it was a locking case. I've been looking for a locking glass display case because I need something that I can display some of my video game consoles, so I can start selling my video game consoles in the new flea market booth. That's what I plan on doing. So this glass case was listed for $150, and then I noticed that the booth was on a 50% off sale. So that meant I only paid like $75 for the glass case and with tax, it's like $84 with tax. But that was a steal. It is a really nice case. It's about 4 foot long and about 2 foot deep. So it's a really nice case. It's got several glass shelves in it, and then it's got mirror in the back of it and the locking case. And that's exactly what I was looking for. So I wanted to share that little bit of good news with you guys, because I'm real excited about moving forward with the 2 new flea market booths now. And I'm going to be sharing that on my channel. So let's catch up with the comments. CG said he made another list. This time it's a list of his favorite acting performers. Oh, okay, great. I couldn't even venture to guess who your favorite acting performer is, but I think you put it down here. Let's see. Top 10 from 10 to 1 is Frank Gorshin. Patrick Stewart. Yeah, he's the Patrick Stewart is the captain from the Enterprise. Marlon Brando, Michael Keaton, he was Batman. Tony Jay, Vincent Price, Jamie Snowden, Christopher Reeves, Superman, Adam West, Batman, and Steve Burns. Okay, well, that's a good list. Justin says, okay, he was asking him who his top 10 performers were. And Justin says, that's an admirable list. Vincent Price is easily one of my favorites. My top 10 would have to include Christopher Glover, Nicolas Cage, Dennis Hopper, James Spader, James Woods, and others. Okay. Well, my favorite actor would be Nicolas Cage. I liked and followed your new location on them on Facebook. Oh, thank you, Renee. I appreciate that. I guess Carol must have posted that. I didn't. I haven't been on her Facebook to be able to see her posting. And CG says that Justin has a really good list, and Marty likes Blake Shelton and Luke Bryan. Okay. Nicolas Cage is a living master of the craft. Yes, I agree. I really like Nicolas Cage, and I don't necessarily agree with his politics, but there's another actor that I like a lot too, and I'm trying to think of his name. His face is showing up in my mind's eye, but I can't think of his name. Robert De Niro. I like Robert De Niro as an actor, but he's one of my favorite actors. Actually, I would watch any movie that Robert De Niro is in, but I don't necessarily agree with his politics. So I want to share with you guys a couple of things that I picked up recently. One of the things that I picked up is an old Matchbox car. Did you know that they used to come in these boxes? Matchbox came in boxes that looked like matchboxes. That's why they're called Matchbox cars. Did you know that? Some people may not have known that, but this is an old Matchbox car. And let's take a look at the car itself. I can't tell what kind of car this is, but I'm sure it says on the bottom. I'll have to put my glasses on, or maybe I can just show it here on the camera. Camera's not wanting to act right. Oh, that's upside down. It's trying. Well, it's not gonna act right. But let me see if I can see what it. Maybe you guys could read it. I couldn't read it too well. Number 14, Rally Royale, 1973. So this is a 1973 Matchbox car in its original box. So This will be one of the things I'll probably list on eBay because it's a antique, a vintage. But that's one of the things that I got recently. So what do you guys think about Matchbox? Did you know that they came in little boxes that looked like matchboxes, and that's how they got their name? Oh, it looks like the door's actually open on this one. Let's see if that's the case. Look at that. The door is actually open on this one. I don't think I've ever seen one that the doors open up on. You know what this looks like? It kind of looks like a DeLorean. But the door's open on it. Pretty cool. Badlands, you asked me about that car. One of those cars that I have in my booth. It was a number. I can't remember what it was, and I apologize for not getting back with you on that. But that car is still in the booth if you're interested. Let me see if I can pull it up here on my phone real quick. Okay, I think it was number 16. No, number 24 you were asking about. Bill Elliott. Is that the one you were asking about? Here it is. All right, so this one is Jeff Gordon. Number 24. Is that the one that you were asking about? That one is still available, and it's $22 is what I've got it listed for. But if you're interested, I could probably give you a better deal. Oh, by the way, you notice I got booth 37 written on everything. Both of the new booths that I've got are not using that number 37, so they're going to let me keep the number 37, so I'm not going to have to relabel everything, which is really good. Yeah, that's a 50-year-old car. Now, CJ says CJ anime fan says Nicolas Cage did Superman's voice for the 2018 animated film Teen Titans. I didn't know that. That's really interesting. Thank you for the Alabama shirt. You're welcome. Yes, the 24 NASCAR. Yeah, that was Jeff Gordon. Jeff Gordon was Justin's favorite NASCAR driver when he was a kid. I didn't know that. Used to want to work at DuPont. Didn't know that either. You should be Jeff Gordon. I should be Jeff Gordon. Should be Jeff Gordon. Oh, yes, should be Jeff Gordon. Do you have American Girl clothes? Yes, I do have American Girl clothes. You worked in Delaware? No. No, I never. Are you talking to me or to someone else? I've never worked in Delaware. I've been around the world a few times, but I've never worked in Delaware. Also, I got some things here that I just kind of put in because I didn't know what to do with them. And this is like some kind of necklace. I don't know if it's a precious stone or something like that. some kind of religious necklace. It's got a cross on it. It's like glass beads, I think. I don't know what the value of this would be. I went to Rehoboth Beach once. Justin says you wanted to work at DuPont. Sorry, I misread that, Justin. Because I like Jeff Gordon's car. There's a ring. I don't know anything about this ring. It looks like it is turning colors, so I don't think it's real. Let me put my glasses on. Justin said he had to go to therapy over it. It's got some kind of thing inside the ring, but I can't tell if it's like marked gold or if it's just something else. Let's see. Sometimes I can take my camera and enlarge the photo part of it and see little stuff. Surely that's not gold. But it does have some kind of stamp inside of it. But I can't read it. Wow, that's marked 14 karat. That is gold. That's a gold ring. It's 14 carats. And that must be I wonder if that's a diamond on top of there. I didn't know gold turned green. I wonder if it's gold plated. I'm going to take a picture of this and show you. I bet it is gold plated. Surely it can't be gold turning green like that. Let's try that again. All right. Can you guys read that? It says 14 KT. Does that? Do y'all know what those other initials symbolize? Well, I know it's at least 14 karat gold plated. So if it's gold plated, then it's probably not a real diamond either. Let's look at it again. You guys tell me. It says 14 KI And that looks like a GEESP. What does that mean? Yeah, I do need a diamond tester thing. 14K-P. Does it say 14K-P? Need a diamond tester. Vintage ESPO 14K GE gold electroplate ring with CZ. Okay. Size 6. S $22.50. Well, that's not bad. $22.50 is not bad at all. These little charms were in this little. Let's see if I can get this to focus on that little charm. These are like Catholic charms. There's several of these. And I don't know if these are made out of anything. They've got some kind of inscription on the back of them. If it will focus. Can you see what that says? Keeps going in and out, trying to focus on me. I don't know what these are, but I think they're little Catholic charms. There's another one, it's round. There's another one. I'm not sure what those are, but they're old. Let's get this camera straight. Get a $1 reward if you return this to the letterbox that it belongs to. Chicago, Illinois. I think this is the key, like that goes to a key to a mailbox. Let's see. This is some stuff that I got out of GE is gold electroplate. Yep, that's right. That's silver. I need to take this home and put it with my silver. So these are just some random things that I pulled out of that stuff that I got from George's locker. This is an old Catholic charm. And then there's another one of those key things. Sweetwater, Alabama. And don't have anything on the other side. So a couple little cool things I got out of there. I think this is a gold coin. If it'll focus on it. Focus, focus, focus. It's not going to focus. Doesn't want to focus. Don't know what kind of coin it is. But I think it's gold. So I need to take this gold and silver home with me tonight. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this gold and silver home with me tonight. It was just in this little Tupperware container. Let's see what you guys are saying. My eyes are messing up on me now. Trying to look at that little bitty thing. Yep, we decided it was gold electroplate. You won all your auctions. Okay, good. Are you? Tell us a little bit about your auctions. Is that for reselling or what is it that you're bidding on? Justin says, bite it to test its authenticity. Bite the gold coin. Mm-hmm. Yep, it's gold. I wish I still had my gold-plated Togepi plaque. Got it from McDonald's when the first Pokemon movie came out in theaters. That was many moons ago. The first Pokemon film is really good. I think I'm becoming a Togepi a little bit secretly. It comes and goes with the phases of the moon. Your sister's-in-law says good night. Okay, Marty. Tell her I said good night. I only look like a human being on the outside, but on the inside, I'm a little bit Pokemon. Home sweet home. Need a scope. Togepi is my persona. Okay. So I also got some knives. So if you ever saw the crocodile hunter, he said, that's not a knife. This is a knife. This is a big knife made in Pakistan. See that? It says Pakistan on it. So it's a Pakistan knife. This one is not very sharp, but I bet it could do some damage if you had to use it. And it's in its own leather case. Also got some other cool knives. There's a knife with a bone handle. I think this is one of my favorites out of that group. It's just a bone handle knife. A little bit too big to carry around in your pocket, but still cool. stainless steel. It's one of those that just folds up. She has to work tomorrow. She works at TJ Maxx. Yeah, I knew she worked at TJ Maxx. I bid on a 1955 proof 69 Benji $half in a slab. Its highest grade known was $363, but value is from $2,200, possibly $55,000 average. Go for $1,200, but it's above average. Interesting. Well, that is very interesting. So, do you buy a lot of gold rings and stuff like that? Different gold stuff, Indian River? In case y'all aren't familiar with it, Indian River has Airbnb. He calls it River Ranch Accommodations. Is that you? Justin says that he will only respond. Let's see. To Togepi from now on. Thank you, Marty. Justin says he's going to change his voicemail now to reflect this personal lifestyle choice. Cool guys, coin guy stuff. Okay. Got a 1957 and a 1958 half. Gold bullion, old gold coins. Nice. No jewelry, has to be nice. There was a YouTube video I was trying to look up your channel not too long ago, Indian River Ranch, and I came across a YouTube video of this guy. He says he sold a ring to somebody that went by the name Indian River Ranch, and I guess there was a dispute about the ring, and he got real upset about it. Are you familiar with that, or is that outside of your knowledge? But he made a whole video about it and said some very unkind things. Working on Airbnb, not yet. Your aunt is doing just fine, Marty. The 58 was $800, but book value is $2,900. Nice. Yeah, that guy ripped you off. Oh, have you seen his video? Where he calls you out by name and says a lot of very unkind things. Just curious. Invisible River Ranch, crazy. Yeah. Says I took his money through PayPal. Yeah, he said some very unkind things about you. I saw that video, and he actually called your name on the video. Is that your actual name? Which never happened. What's my aunt doing tomorrow? What's your aunt doing? She's working tomorrow. I know I have to make a video someday, but it's not a rush. Yeah, so he had a lot of very unkind things to say. Here's another knife I got in that group of knives that I got. Pretty cool. I like how it pops, how you can open it and close it with. It's just one of these that you push that and then push it closed. And here's another one. I might keep this one for myself. That would be pretty good walking around knife. You got to have one to walk around with. Then I got a couple of older ones here too. This old bone handle knife. This looks like a case knife, but I don't think it is. I can barely make out what that says. It's not a case knife, but it's made like a case knife. It's kind of an old-fashioned knife. Got a whole tub full of these knives. Here's another one. Now this one is a case knife, but it's missing the badge right here. This is a case. This is an antique knife, antique case. Let's see if I can get it open. I might have to put my glasses on. I can't hardly see. Yeah, Indian River, I was looking you up, trying to find your channel again. And that's when I came across that one. But this is an older knife. This is a case. See if it'll focus on that. It says K-bar 1920 or 1930. That is a very old knife, and that's where the case logo usually goes. And here's one of these big fat knives. I think that's a wooden handle on that one. Chicago, Clue Tools. That one was made in Chicago. A couple things from Chicago in this stuff that I got. There's another one of those old-fashioned knives. This one has initials on it inside of that little thing. DBL. Looks like a bone handle. This is kind of knife that my grandfather would have carried around. Everybody had a knife back in the day. Everybody had a knife. This is one that this is the kind that my grandfather would have carried around. It's got that engraving on it. This is an Imperial. See if I can show you that. If it'll focus on it. It's an Imperial knife. Do I watch Batman movies? No, I don't. The guy disappeared from YouTube, said he was a Trump pipeline working, was at the Trump pipeline working. Bought lots of gold coins from him, was just a jerk. Batman's my favorite superhero. Okay, CG says Batman is his favorite. When it came to diamonds, he could sell even after I paid for them. How's your son doing? Are you asking Justin? Are you asking about Justin? I have more than one son. And I also have Tigger. He's my son. Tigger's just hanging out up here. There's another little knife. See, I got a couple of these little bitty knives. Can you see what that says? Trade Walden. These are all little old knives. Back in the day, everybody carried one of these little bitty things. You had to have something to open your mail with because everything was snail mail back then. So you had to have something to open it with. Looks like somebody busted tip off of that one. Here's another little bitty tip. And of course, everybody has to have one of these. Got to have that corkscrew and bottle opener, scissors, screwdriver, knife. Got a Phillips and a regular. Had 2 screwdrivers on that one. And this one too, this has got a lot of tools on it too. It's even got a little magnifying glass. I guess that's for starting fires in the woods. You can use those magnifying glasses to start fires. All right, there's a cool little knife. I'll sell this to the first person that offers me $1 for it. Nice little knife. It'll fit in your pocket. It's even got a little clip on it. So if you want it, it's yours. It's only $1. And then there's this one here. It doesn't have anything on it. It's just stainless steel. Cheap little knife. And if you want to get real elaborate with a dragon knife, you can have a dragon. Beautiful woman on the side. So when you're feeling real manly, you can look at her. Check out this blade. It's got fire on the blade. I'm not sure what you would use something like this for. It is sharp. Maybe this is a collector's knife. It says King Stone Collection on there. It's got a dragon on it. Is that a dragon or a tiger or a bat? I would say it's a dragon. And I don't think she's wearing any clothes. No, I don't think she's wearing any clothes. Plus shipping. Yeah, $1 plus shipping. They're closing that Nashville Picker store. I haven't heard that. You went to American Pickers Nashville. Yeah, I did go to American Pickers in Nashville. I would like to go to the one in what's the one up north? Is it Ohio? My good friend Renee, who is on here, I hope she's still on here. She went to the one in Ohio, the American Picker store in Ohio, and she did a video on her store in Ohio. So you can go to her YouTube and watch her video from Ohio. Oh, I just realized that this silver, it says 9999 bullion. It says Sagittarius. It says Sagittarius on it. That's 1 troy ounce. Mike was going to be there. Iowa. That's right. It was Iowa, not Ohio. I don't know why I was thinking it was Ohio. Yeah, that is a legitimate silver bar. 1 troy ounce. I need to put that with my silver. I've got a whole box full of silver in my safe. This says 20. This is 20 euro. 1999. This is 20 euro. This is not. This can't be gold. I think it's something else, but it's not. I don't think it's gold. But I'm going to put it in my safe with the gold stuff anyway. $32 for 1 troy ounce. Is that what it's going for now? Well, it looks like I have got my hour in for the night. Got to show you some stuff, some pretty cool stuff. I'm thinking this is probably glass. It's pretty. And it's old. It's very old. You can tell it's really old. Yep. So like our golden dollars, they aren't. Have a good night, Marty. We will talk with you later. And I want to thank everybody for being on tonight. It was good talking to you all. And I hope that you all had a wonderful Easter day. Hope that you got to go to church this morning and worship our Lord and Savior. He is the reason that we are all able to get to heaven. So if he had not died on the cross, we would not be even talking about going to heaven, because none of us is worthy. None of us is worthy of going to heaven. But Jesus made the ultimate sacrifice. He died on the cross of Calvary. He accepted the blame for our sins. And he was the perfect sacrifice. So we all should be very grateful for that. Bee Gees are the eggs. If you have an auction, they have no money and don't know what something's good for me. All right, good night. Justin, thank you for being on tonight. Thank you, CG, for being on tonight. Invisible River Ranch, thank you for being on here as well. Gumball Gold, thank you for being on tonight. Appreciate you being on. It's good talking to you. Hope you're doing well. And also want to thank Renee from Rat Stash for being on tonight. It's good to see. Good to see you all and be able to talk to you tonight and share some things with you. Got some real exciting things coming up. And to ring out the night, love you guys. Good night. Brad, are you on Dad's? This is my dad's Facebook page, or my dad's YouTube page. I guess Brad got the password and he's been watching tonight, but my dad has passed away. All right. Love you guys. Talk to you next week. You guys take care and God bless. Love you all. Bye-bye.